Thailand's constitutional court has ordered the dissolution of the progressive Move Forward Party over its proposed amendment to reform the country's royal defamation laws. The court ruled the proposal unconstitutional with serious consequences for the party and its leader. Pita Limjaroenrat led the Move Forward Party to a popular victory in last year's elections, but he was blocked from forming a government. He and his party have now been banned from politics for a decade. Thailand has some of the strictest royal defamation laws in the world. And journalist Matt Hunt is at that court and joins us live now. Thank you so much for taking the time. First of all, where does this ruling leave the party's members?
Thank you, Claire. That's a great question. Here, the Constitutional Court is mostly empty, but just 1 hour ago, it was packed full of people who were wondering just the same thing. And so this is not the first party dissolution in Thailand. It's actually one of 30 in approximately the last 30 years. And so this party has actually spent the last few weeks telling people that they should be prepared for this to happen, that they were expecting it. Mr. Pita Limjaroenrat being the one who was really leading those calls for people to accept that this was probably what was going to happen. And so although people are mad and people are upset and they would like to have seen this not be the case, it was a bit expected. However, here at the court, there was actually a group of people who were cheering, people who were here to support and defend the lèse-majesté law and not reforming it, and they wanted to see him go. And so it came from here to the streets, and now they will conduct some speeches and try to perhaps talk more about the future reincarnations of the Move Forward Party.
Yeah, can you put this into a wider context for us? What does this decision and the kind of reactions that we're seeing to it tell us about the state of Thai democracy today?
Yeah, certainly. I think that the state of Thai democracy is troubled, but stronger than ever, in my opinion, because although this party has just been disbanded, again, it's not the first time. This has happened before, but they won the election in 2023 in a landslide, which was unheard of. They won 14 million votes. And so as Pita himself, as well as many people within the party have said, they believe that this just means that they will come back stronger and that the next election will be theirs for the taking. Though it may not be this exact party because they've received a ban, they believe that the pro-democracy movement is stronger than ever and will most definitely take the next election.
Is it too soon to say exactly what that might look like? What kind of strategies are coming up ahead? Would it be a matter of the pro-democracy movement then coalescing around a different party?
The pro-democracy movement will have to coalesce around a different party because although many of the parties in the current government say that they are pro-democracy, there's a lot of issues that the general public or people who would have been Move Forward Party voters have taken with it. So I think that they will definitely put all of their strength behind whichever party is created from this, but the MPs of the Move Forward Party will also have 60 days to switch parties. And so it's at that time that we'll see if they move to another party or if they create one and join amongst themselves, which is most likely to happen, in my opinion.
Well, thank you so much for joining us with that update. That is journalist Matt Hunt in Bangkok.
Well, the former leader of the Move Forward Party, Pita Limjaroenrat, had this to say.
We are dissolved as election winner of 2023 in a year. Then we get dissolved, and a certain amount of us get banned for 10 years. But I have my freedom and my rights to insist on our innocence, that we have no intention of treason or insurrection or trying to separate monarchy from the country of Thailand.
All right, I want to cross now to Reuters correspondent Panu Wongcha-um in Bangkok. Panu, it's good to have you with us. We just heard from the former leader of the Move Forward Party. What more can you tell us tonight about the fate of that party and its members?
Well, now that the party is dissolved, the party members are trying very quickly to regroup and maintain that their 143 MPs would join a new party by Friday to maintain their place in parliament. The party is currently holding 30% of the 500 seats parliament. So that's their first task. And the second task as Pita said earlier to today, that they will now focus on all elections going forward. They will try to regroup and concentrate on continuing to win powers.
So they've got 30% of the seats in Parliament. What's been public reaction then to this decision?
Yes, I mean, there's been a degree of disbelief among their supporters, anger even. There have been some small gatherings organized across the country in certain campuses and whatnot. A large group of supporters of this party are quite young. So there's a lot of disbelief and anger towards what has been done to them. But the party has quickly turned around and said that let's translate this anger and disbelief into electoral victory going forward. So it's going to be quite an interesting thing, as even though they're dissolved, they are regaining or maintaining or even building up momentum politically going forward.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, I mean, is there a way to predict what this decision, what kind of impact it's going to have on Thailand's political system?
Well, Thailand have seen what happened today with the dissolution of Move Forward. We have seen this kind of sort of dissolution of political parties, elected political parties by the court several times throughout the last 20 years, including military coups and ousted elected government as well. So we're in this cycle, if you like, in the last 2 decades where, there's democratic forces being thwarted at certain time by unelected institutions like the court and also the establishment with business connection and so on. So it is likely that this vicious cycle looks like it's going to continue. After last year's general election, there was hope that this vicious cycle would have stopped. We've seen many changes in Thai politics, especially in the last decade, that coming out of sort of direct military rule after the 2014 military coup. Mm-hmm. But this decision today has really stamped the mark that Thailand is still continuing with this cycle.
Journalist Panu Wongcha-um with the latest in from Bangkok tonight. Thank you.